You look worse than I
Not my
feel.
Don't worry about me.
You
I'll
expect
be
me to
fine.
believe that?
Good show. How could I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
Nah, I don't think so.
It... So...
What now?
You expect me to believe that?
A little coin always.
Oh,
brings-
what would you like me to wear? I really hope you know what you're doing.
Indeed.
I'm ready if you are.
Nah, I don't
How
think
can I
so.
argue with that?
I'm glad we're together. So, what's on your mind?
How can
Not
I
my
argue
problem.
with that?
It would seem so.
Oh, what would you like me to wear? What armor would you like me to wear?
Can't be helped.
I could really bury myself in a good book right about now.
Nah, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe
yeah.
that?
So, what do you want to talk about?
It would seem so.
Not my problem.
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
How could I argue with that?
It would seem so.
Nah, I don't think so.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
Not my
You
problem.
expect me to believe that?
Huh?
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that?
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
Yep.
Nah, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe that?
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that?
Not my problem.
Huh?
Yeah.
You expect me to believe that?
How can I argue with that?
Indeed.
It can't be helped.
So,
How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so.
how can I argue with that?
Right
Nah,
behind you.
I don't
A
think so.
little coin always greases the wheels.
It would seem so.
I was just remembering the castle courtyard. Back before when things were better between us. Between my mother and I. We'd tend to her garden back there. It was really nice, you know? It was cared for by an alchemical master and nurtured for hundreds
Nah, I
of
don't think
years.
so.
Which makes it all the more sad that the garden will never look the same.
It seems
Nah,
so.
I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
Yep.
You expect me to...
How can I argue with that?
It would seem so.
You expect me to believe that?
How can I... Argue? With that?
It can't be helped.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm no...
You're a fool! What manner of magic is this? Enough of this!
Victory is yours! I submit!
Damn you!
This was too easy.
Huh?
No, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
Say your prayers. Done and done.
We need to do something about these vampire attacks.
No, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe that?
No, I don't think so.
Can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
It would seem so.
How can I argue with that?
Can I argue with that?
A little coin always greases the wheels.
Can I argue with that?
Need a ride? Mm-hmm. How can I argue with that? You expect me to believe that?
Nah, I don't think so. My carriage is the safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? That's fine. Until next time. How can I argue with that? It would seem so.
Do you need something?
How can I argue with that? No, I don't think so. Not my problem. How can I argue with that? It can't be helped. Need a ride? Good day. How can I argue with that? Huh? How can I argue with that? Can't be helped. How can I argue with that?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps But what is it you expect to find within? Huh. Humor is often in short supply here. But I sense that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. You know, I think you're right. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. How can I argue with that? It can't be helped. How can I argue with that?
Oh.
It would seem so. No matter what, the college will endure. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. How can I argue with that?
The College of Winterhold. I've read about this place, but never really been here myself. It's a bit underwhelming, to say the least. Everything just seems so crumbly. Well, that's more for the main city, if you'd even call it that. But the college doesn't seem to be in the best shape either. It also doesn't help that most of the locals here despise the college, at least from what I've heard.
Right behind you. Lead on.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my...
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? I see. Please let me know when you are.
The architecture of this college, it's not as run down as many people make it out to be.
How can I argue with that?
How are you, Travis?
What do you want?
Why should I want anything? Why can't I simply be sociable with my colleagues?
I'm busy right now, Colette.
Well then, fine. Have a nice day. How can I argue with that?
Yep. A little coin always greases the wheels.
Huh?
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
You expect me to
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price.
It's true.
The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true. Even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. Of course, I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
How can I argue with that?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
It would seem so.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls. But, well, he's been gone for a long while.
Sorry, yes.
Too
We have
long.
been working on something together.
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since. Nah, I don't think so.
A little coin always
It would seem
greases
so.
the wheels.
Not my problem.
Yes?
How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so.
You know, I've always been very fond of my
You
mother's
expect me
garden.
to believe that?
Such beauty, nurtured by a master for centuries. It really showed, didn't it? Sorry. I must have gotten carried away. It's just... my childhood wasn't all bad, you know?
How can I argue with that?
There was some good in it, for sure.
Not my problem.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
Yes.
How can I argue with that?
Keeping busy, Sergius?
As always, the Nords don't ever stop wanting things enchanted.
Himself.
At least... It's more money for the college.
How can I argue
Perhaps.
with that?
But it just means more work for me.
Indeed.
Yep.
Not my problem.
How can I argue with
Are
that?
you looking for any specific volumes, Travis?
Oh, no, not really. Actually, I've forgotten what I was looking for.
Ah, well then. Let me know if you need anything.
What's that? Oh, yes,
It would
yes,
seem
thank
so.
you. I will.
How
You
can I
expect me
argue
to
with
believe that?
Indeed.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
Can I help you with anything, Neri?
I was wondering, has Ferolda been in recently? Borrowed any books that
How
you
can
can
I argue
recall?
with that?
Neri,
Did she perhaps mention any dangerous research she might be working on? Anything that could get her in trouble?
I'm here
Not
to
my
help
problem.
you with books, Neri. That's all.
Ah, yes.
I love it here. There's just so much knowledge. Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and fanatics dwell. You fit right in. I'm kidding.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths. Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them, or so they think. The ones they saw, the ones they thought they saw. I know of one, forgotten, sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp. Here, well, here as in this plain, Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby. One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Oft-hand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock. Two things I have for you, two shapes, one edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mzark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know. The deepest doors of Dwemer listen for singing. It plays the attitude of notes proper for opening. Can you not hear it? Too low for hearings? To glimpse the world inside an Elder Scroll can damage the eyes or the mind, as it has to Septimus. The Dwemer found a loophole, as they always do, to focus the knowledge away and inside without harm. Place the lexicon into their contraption, and focus the knowings into it. When it brims with glow, bring it back, and Septimus can read once more.
What now? Just you and me against the world now. Not that I'm complaining. I never knew it would be this beautiful.
Someone should really make a painting for this place. Hold on. Did you hear something?
Enough mucking about. Let's do this.
And you thought I was just...
Run. I don't mind. Tough day for you. Oh.
Give him hell!
I won't fall for your tricks. What have you got? Come at me. you. I think you might want to drop a few things. Are you all right? So, what do you want to talk about? Okay. From the looks of this place, it looks like it was once a dwarven city. It's a shame, really. Now it looks so torn down. I would have liked to see cities like this, when they were still normal, at least. Now, their only population consists of these automatons. Really, what happened to the Dwemer? It still puzzles me to this day. Do you need something?
Where is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself. No, there's got to be more skooma. Shut up! Shut up! Don't lie to me, Cesar. You hid it. You always try to create trouble.
Oh. Oh.
Do you need something?
Let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself.
Who's
Never should
there?
have come here.
Who's there?
Cannot best you.
Face.
Do you honestly think
I'm going to enjoy this?
keep your guard?
And you thought I was just a pretty.
Yay for you.
I'm going to enjoy this. No need to get rough.
Death to you!
I'll kill you. What manner of magic is this?
Are you okay?
Don't hurt him, you'll be fine. You win.
This was too easy.
So, what do you want to talk about? Okay. What now? I'll cook something right up.
Sorry.
Oh? What is it? That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexion.
So, what's on your mind?
I must admit, I'm impressed. Your conjuration magic is truly something else. Yes? All right. About... Yeah, actually. I definitely didn't expect there to be a war of succession while I was gone. Also, I never expected a Cyrodiilic empire to conquer Tamriel. That Tiber Septum. Even the Remnants didn't achieve godhood. But, what do you think of all this? Me too. Looks like we agree on something.
Oh? What is it?
Gravity. It truly is a peculiar thing. This law of the earth bones, or so I've read, dictates how land and people are held in place, and how what comes up must come down. It's generally a simple fact of our reality, but it is nonetheless perplexing to think about. But let's just put that aside for now. There's this other thing that I've been thinking about. Symbolic gravity. I think it is that, in which a sense, weighs us down. It prevents us from truly ascending to our true potential. When mortals, vampires, or any sentient being in Nirn tries to scramble and fight for dominance, power, influence, it really is just vanity in the end. Don't you think? If only we understood one another, and not be consumed by these petty squabbles, we could truly ascend into something else. Maybe even Chim. Who knows?